Okay, I have to hide out in the bathroom to record this because I'm babysitting right now and they're playing in the bounce house. But this dream I think will be interesting to you because, again, there's something in this dream about Florida. I don't know why all of my dreams are surrounding Florida. And this one was kind of crazy. There was a lot going on, but the main parts, it started out, I think, it was like me and my husband were in a field outside in this like clearing. And for some reason in my dreams lately, that's kind of where I'm at, is usually there's an earthquake and then everybody leaves the building and goes out to this like clearing or a meadow or like grassy field area. There was no earthquake in this dream. I just was in a very similar clearing. I guess, I know Florida is pretty flat land. Where I live, it's all mountains, hills. You're lucky if you even find a patch of land that is flat anywhere in this state. So maybe it was flat because it was Florida, I don't know. But me and my husband and maybe like 50 to 100 other people were outside in this area. We seemed to all be kind of spaced 6 feet apart, social distancing. And there was some sort of like political event going on outside, which is also something I've been dreaming a lot about, is a political event that's taking place outside. But so it was like a panel. There was like a table up front. There was like a panel of politicians, and the only one I remember being up there at the table was Obama. And so he was at the panel of people at these tables in front of us. We were all separated out in the field, and for some reason Obama would it was like, I don't know if it was like a game he was playing or something, but what he would do is he would take it was like a softball, not a hard baseball, it was just kind of seemed like a softball or something. He would take the ball and throw it out to us, and I don't know what we had to do, throw it back or whatever, but whenever he threw it out, it landed by me and my husband, and my husband picked up on the fact that there was something wrong about the way that he threw the ball. It somehow I don't know if I want to use the word disqualified him or something, but there was something he did about throwing the ball that my husband was like, no, that's not right. This is wrong. He was like, take this up there and tell them that he threw it wrong, or he broke the rules or cheated or something somehow. And I'm like, I ain't going up there and dealing with him because Lord knows I can't stand that man. The Lord has just showed me too much about him to where he just gives me the creeps, and I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with him. Whenever I dream about him, he hates my guts. He's trying to kill me, trying to get at me, whatever. And I'm like, I'm not going up there. So my husband's like, okay, I have no problem going up there. I'm gonna have the guts to go up there. So he takes the ball and he goes up there, and I go with him, and I looked at Obama, and I was like, I noticed there was something very weird about the way he looked. It was like from afar, it looked like Obama, but the closer I got to him and the more I looked at his face, I was like, this isn't Obama at all. This is an impersonator. And I specifically remember this person had blue eyes, which obviously Obama has I always kind of describe him as he just has black eyes. He doesn't even have just brown eyes. To me, his eyes are just black, empty. But in this dream, this person, it wasn't even him. It was an impersonator, and he had blue eyes. And I knew that whatever it was regarding the baseball or whatever it was, the ball that he threw out to us, and whatever was wrong with the way that he did it, whatever rule that he broke or whatever, I knew in the dream it had to do something with Florida. I wish I could describe it better, but I really don't know how. So I got up there and I was like, I was just like observing his face, and I'm like, that's not even Barack Obama. This is an impersonator. Can't remember right now what else happened regarding that. But I looked over in the field next to us, and there was a giant. This guy must have been 20 feet tall at least, and he was massive. He was like the size of like 20 elephants. And I'm gonna try my best to describe what was going on. It was very weird. So he was like in the field next to us, and he was down on the ground, this huge 20-foot giant. He was like rolling around from side to side on the ground, kind of like this. And as he was doing that, there were people that had been out in the field with us that grabbed on to his limbs. Like, he was laying down, and they grabbed onto his arms and his legs. And as he would like turn side to side, it was kind of like a ride for them or something. Like, they would just grab onto his arms and legs and just go with him as he was like turning over side to side. I don't know what that was. It was very weird, but it really, really stuck out to me in the dream. So I feel like it's important. And I was just kind of watching that. I'm like, this guy is huge. I kind of envision him as being Goliath. I don't know why the people were just like grabbing onto his limbs like a ride. Like when I say like he was huge, like when he would turn over and they would hang on to his arm, it was like they would go like 20 feet up in the air, and then he would roll back over and they would go down. I don't know what that was about, but it was very weird. I also remember in the dream someone had given me a gift, and it was a piece of a meteor. What else? I feel like I'm leaving some details out. I can't really remember because there was a lot going on. I did write it down, so if I forget anything, I'll just come back and text you or whatever and say, hey, I left this detail out, but I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. I'll let you know if I left anything out. Let me know what you think. I haven't been having a lot of dreams. If I do, it's about an earthquake. But this one, even though it seems really weird, and also like all throughout this dream, you know how dreams, sometimes there's like multiple things going on. There was lots of different things going on at the same time. So while all of this was going on, it was like the same day, I was also moving. I was like in the process of moving into a new place. And actually it was one of my former employees, like my former boss, who had given me the gift of the meteor, the little meteor rock. I don't know why it was a gift. I don't know if that's kind of like symbolizing timing of this thing being around like Christmas or something. I really don't know, but there was a lot of stuff going on with me moving. I was like in the new building that I was moving my stuff into. There was like an elevator, and it's kind of weird that everything that we're living through right now with COVID, it's like started to infiltrate into my dreams because they like made us wear masks as we came in and out of the building. And so I went in the elevator and I went up to my floor, or I was like trying to get to my floor of my apartment. And there was like, as soon as I got off the elevator, there was this older woman. I want to say she might have been like 65, 70. She was like, as soon as I got off the elevator, she was like trying to get me saved or whatever. And I was like, no, no, don't worry. I have a relationship with Jesus and everything like that. I'm saved. And she was talking about Christmas. So there again, lots of stuff about Christmas. And she was like spouting off all this stuff about if you even open a Christmas present, you're going to hell. Christians can't even like have Christmas decorations and things like that up. And she had this like, I don't know if she was a witch or something. She had like kind of like a witch hat. her outfit was kind of like sorcery, like kind of like a wizard or something. And it's funny because she was talking about being saved and Jesus, but at the same time she was like super like on the deep end of like legalistic stuff, like keeping the law. And she's like, you can't even, like on the floor that I got off of, it was like there was like Christmas patterned like gift bags and just things like Christmas colors. And she's like, you can't even look at that, you can't have anything to do with it or you're going to hell. And I'm like, man, that is not what Jesus is about at all. That's not true. If that's what you want to believe, fine, but I'm not even gonna go there. That's just not even So I don't know what the deal was with her, but she had this feel to her in the dream like she was a wizard or a witch or something. I don't know what that was about. I feel like this dream must have lasted all night long and there was so much more going on, but I think that's kind of the main stuff. And like I said, if I left anything out that's important, I'll let you know, but I can't seem to get this dream out of my head today. Haven't really been, I only made one other video on here and I set it to private, and I think it was the one that I had about another earthquake. So I haven't felt led to being on here. One of the main reasons being because I had allowed myself to kind of get close to somebody else on here, another sister who has a channel. She asked me for my phone number one day several years ago, and I started noticing over the years that she was getting like very controlling with my time and my schedule. And if she called me and I just so happened to be needing to start to do chores or start to pack my husband's lunch or clean house or whatever, she would be like, what are you doing? You seem so distracted. Like, you know, kind of like she was offended that I wasn't, like she would want to spend 6 hours a day on the phone. And I'm like, I can't do that. You know, I have my own life, my marriage, I have to work and I have to keep up with my house and things like that. I can't be on the phone all day. And she just would always get offended over everything. And she recently started doing fellowship videos over Zoom, the Zoom app. And I attended her first one and I was like, wow, this is a really awesome platform, and it's a great way that we could kind of move away from YouTube so that we could select the people that we want to hear our dreams and visions and fellowship with, to kind of like filter out the trolls and everything. And I had told her, we had been talking for quite a while about, I wanted to find a platform that I could get off of YouTube from but still have that fellowship. And I was like, wow, this is perfect. This was so fun, so awesome. And I was really excited about, you know, moving my stuff that I share over to that. And so I had made the video about, you know, asking people if they want to be a part of it, send me their email or whatever, and I would give it like a trial run to see if that's what I wanted to do. And she was like so offended over that, and she basically was like, you know, Zoom is my thing. It was my idea. I came up with it. You can't do it. And she was like offended that I even like called it fellowship in my video title. She's like, you can't use the word fellowship because that's my title. And I'm like, well, it's a general term. Fellowship is fellowship. It is what it is. I can't really call it anything else. And she just was kind of like basically guilt tripping me for that. And she's like, she was like wanting credit for the idea and everything. And I'm like, Zoom is a public platform. You didn't invent it. It's been around for years. I even use it on like when I was really into doing my essential oils business, my team would do Zoom calls. And I'm like, you know, it's not a new thing. You didn't come up with it. The Lord, I feel, is leading me to do that. And so she was just offended by it, and she was basically accusing me of stealing her idea and her platform. And she just would not hear reason that it had nothing to do with her. It wasn't her thing. And I was like, you know, I don't feel that I have to ask you permission to use this platform when it's a public thing. You didn't invent it or whatever. And she just, I don't know, she couldn't see it from that point of view. And then she just like cut me off. And then in her videos, she started talking about things that obviously were directed and aimed at me. And so I like texted her and I'm like, you know, I forgive you and everything. It's fine, whatever. How are you doing? Are you hanging in there? Can I pray for you? What's up? And she'd be like, I'm fine. So she's just like given me the cold shoulder now for a month or so. And so I just have realized I don't need that in my life. I have enough of that in my life as it is, and I don't want to have to deal with people like that that are too wrapped up with and consumed in their own ego and pride and just making it all about them. And I don't want that. So I just haven't really had the motivation to come on here and share these things, because it really kind of breaks your spirit when you realize that somebody that you really thought was a follower of Jesus is so cold and treats you wrong and falsely accusing you of things because they want to be the one with all the glory instead of God providing that platform to be used. So that's just kind of, you know, why I haven't really been on here much. Just one of the reasons. There's more to it, but so I've decided that whenever I have a dream or something that I feel is important, I recorded my last one and set it to private. And if it seems like if I see it start to come to play in the news or whatever, then I'll revisit that and just make a video showing, hey, you know, I had a dream about this. I just set it to private or whatever. There was another one that I uploaded about a dream that I had. I can't even remember what it was. But this is getting super long. Let me know what you think about the dream. I apologize for being kind of just not on YouTube, and I've also been just busy otherwise in life and just haven't really been on my phone either. So, but I hope you're doing well. I hope you're hanging in there. I pray to God that our time to get out of here is very soon, because it's getting pretty dark out there, and every day I struggle to find the motivation to get out of bed. So hopefully it's soon. I don't know, but all right, I will talk to you later. Bye.